Silver Dollar City. We made it. It's in Branson, Missouri. You got to go through a lot of hills, but we're excited to be here at the park. We'll show you all the ins and outs and what to do here at one of the oldest parks in the country. We're on the tram. We made it to Silver Dollar City. As you can see, the parking lot is very crowded today, so we actually got on at stop number 2. We're parked just up the hill behind us over there, and you want to get on this thing when you get to the park because it saves you a few steps. Everything is uphill at this park, so you're going to do a lot of walking anyway. Over here on the right when you come in, you can get your tickets over there. What we're going to do is show you how to get a season pass. So we bought the season passes online. They have the Scantron barcode, QR code on the phone that you can show at the gate, but then you need a re-entry ticket to get back in. We like to go to the car, have a drink, have a snack, that sort of thing. So what you want to do is go to the store, the first stop right over there where you get your tickets, and then go ahead and get you one of these paper copies of the season pass. It looks like that right there. They scan it on the back. They do want to see your ID, so a lot of times what I do is just kind of have the ID ready to go, you know, ready to flash, and then have the pass right on top of it. Gets you through security a little bit faster. So we'll flip it around and get an idea of some of the things to see when you come in. They've got a guest relations right there. You can get digital postcards. Go ahead and pick up that paper, Becky, real quick, and we'll show them where you can get a park map. So they have the schedule and map in the newspaper. It's an old-fashioned newspaper, so it's like going back in time here at the park. If you open the paper up and turn to the second or third page there, you can get to see where the park map is. And what I like to do, there it is in the middle there, and you can just take this page out and then fold it up, and I make me a little pocket-sized copy that we carry around. But you're definitely going to want to have this map when you're in the park to get your bearings, because once you're in here there's a lot of trees and cloud cover and things, and you don't necessarily know right where you're going unless you've got that map with you if you're new. So up next we'll get through security. So what you do is you just walk up here, you walk straight through the uprights. If you don't have any bags or anything, they'll just wave you on forward. I usually just kind of have my season pass ticket in my hand, and I just kind of hold it up, and then they usually say tickets straight ahead, and they just let you wheel on through.
Have a great day.
See? They said have a great day. Right on through, easy peasy. On there.
There's 5 of us. Right, thank you.
Thank you. The hospitality house is next. So this is actually the original part of the park. So the marble cave is right over there. You got to go wait in line, and we'll do a standalone video on that, but that shows you the smallest passage. You got to be able to duck down and get through that opening there to get into the cave. And it's about an hour and a half tour depending on how it goes. So there are a couple of cut throughs that you can do, and we'll try to show you some of those on the trip. That way you can save a few steps here, but you got to be prepared to do some walking. A lot of hills. It's all blacktop, so we've been lucky with the sun hasn't been too terrible, and we're getting into some underbrush here and shaded area in the woods. We'll show you what this one is. This is the swinging bridge. So this is actually a cut through the middle of the park. It's been here a long time, all the way back into the 1800s, I believe, and it's about as high-tech as it was then. Really, it's kind of a bouncy bridge, but definitely a fun one. Over here to the left, you can see a historic mill. This is the Tom Mill, and they used to make flour and all kinds of things back in the day. So there are some historic areas, and this says no jumping or running on the bridge, and we're gonna see how we do. We've got some people coming across, and oh boy, Becky, oh boy. 1881. We got a good crowd here today. And then off to the left, they've got a little climbing area for the kids. You can get in those ropes, and it's got some over-under stuff, and boy, those cables are flexing there, aren't they? So that's the cut through to the bridge. It's definitely worth a go. Just be prepared that when other people come on the bridge, it is really bouncy. So then this brings you right in up by the time traveler, Hazel's Glass. They do some glass blowing and items over there to the left. This is Christmas Hollow, so they've got a whole bunch of all things Christmas themed. We'll just stick our nose in and you can see, yep, looks like a nice quiet store in there. It was quiet as Christmas night in there. So there's the Time Traveler. That is that hybrid spinning inverted coaster, one of the only ones in the world right now, so I'm sure we'll see more of those. They've got some bakeries off to the left. There's the Dress Emporium, and this is where you can get some of those skillets. This is like a southern themed kind of Caribbean. You get the jumbo smoked sausage jambalaya skillet. We've got some food items. So they do have a food pass that I would recommend getting. We didn't do that, but you get 5 meals, 5 tastings for like $32.50, which really isn't bad because most of your items around here are like in the $10 range. So if we do another day tomorrow at the park, maybe we'll do that. We just hit a huge buffet this morning, so I am stuffed to the gills, and we got to get our stomachs right because we have a RMC roller coaster to ride today. All right, you can get you a personalized baseball bat. They make them by hand here, old-fashioned style with the old woodworking machines, and get your name on it right there at the dugout. Across the way, they've got the tater twist. This is kind of like a potato on a stick. It's cut into little slices, and they make them fresh right there when they're working. Okay. Fun Junction, Becky, this is that outlet, and they've got this giant elephant. We got to come in just for a quick second and show you these tigers and this elephant. It's really a good size. And you can get you all kinds of little knickknacks, animals. They've got a tiger sanctuary here in Branson, so if you like tigers, they do have a really nice place to go see live tigers in town. It's just inside. Over here, when it's your birthday, you get some free caramel corn, and it's actually is my birthday, so we'll get some of that free caramel corn a little bit later. Here comes the train, number 504. Everybody away. Good channel. Good timing, everyone. So it is just one train station here. It's a single loop, and they have a little bit of like you know, they try to rob you on the train in the middle of it. So as you can see, they're all themed. All the workers are themed to the 1880s. Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Sitting here playing in the mud.
Looks like they've got a wide variety of handmade pottery items to choose from right there. They've got a comedy show going on over here.
That's fine.
That's the Boatworks Theater.
I opened up the door slowly.
And he's
Apparently it was to a coffin, so he just sort of, there it is.
trying to get some audience interaction there. So over here to the right, there is some beverage brigade. It's like a fire brigade truck, and you can fill up, I think, if you got the drink cards, or you can get a souvenir mug, $16.29. Lucky's Toys is over here on the left, and you can do your caricatures with the person that, oh, there he is. That is not right there. They got the balloon ride. We may take a pass on the balloon ride. Dippin' Dots on the right. Fireman's Landing, and of course Firefall is the name of the drop tower. The Firefall drop tower, and they've got like a little mini soak park over here. If you get too hot and you want to get soaked, just jump right in the old soaked part. That's the Fire Spotter balloons over there on the right, and the Fire Wagon. This is Fire Wagon Frenzy. Oh, they've got some characters out here at the fire station. Looks like the dog is out. We got a full day of it, Becky. Got a full day. There's Lucky the dog and the firefighters. Oh, hold on, I'll go in for a hug.
Okay.
You want to jump in, Lucky? Go ahead. Meet Lucky. So yeah, we're having a good time out here. It's a nice, really the breeze is nice, and always fun. I didn't know if we were supposed to go in for a hug there or what. I don't
know, maybe.
I went for it. What do you know? Okay, so it looks like Lucky's Disney Dogs is over here. So really, this is a nice mixed area. So if you got the kids, you want to get them on the, you know, the starter drop tower, and then work up the courage. Be like, oh, that was too easy. We can go over to the firefall. Really, don't be too afraid of firefall over there. It's not super high, and it doesn't rocket you, you know, insanely fast. So it's definitely worth a go. They got the kiddie ride over there for the swings, and then here's another cut through, Becky. So we'll go through this cut through. Okay, so this is the second secret cut through bridge area, and they have a fish pond over here. To the left, they've got some goldfish. It's like a retaining pond. It's really not a bad central meeting point if you get lost or separated and you wanted to meet over here. They've got the canine relieve themselves fire hydrant right there, and then there's the family restrooms that are actually right here. So it does work out nice. And then my favorite water fountain in the park is right up here, and we always pick a favorite water fountain in the park. Let's give it a go. It's not bad. It's not overly chlorinated, so I gotta say, pretty good. It's nicely themed. I don't know, is this my favorite theme park water fountain? I really like the one at Kings Island that doesn't work, but it kind of works.
Yeah.
Remember that one? It kind of like sprays you in the face.
Six Flags St. Louis had one that was like a
really tall one.
Splashy.
So yeah, definitely on a hot day, you get the water fountain. Check it out, because you got to stay hydrated. So over here, we're on the back side over here now. What's the name of this one, Becky? Do you know?
Ooh, Mystic River Falls.
Yes, it is. It is Mystic River Falls. That is the largest drop on a boat ride. So we will do that one. We'll get that one on the channel. We'll just have to get the waterproof gear on for that, and then we'll go. I can't decide if I want my sunglasses on or off. It's just really kind of.
I have them on. I'm squinting.
It's beaming through a little bit. I'm starting to feel the sun through the shirt just a little bit. It's about 88.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot today.
Humidity.
And we had rain yesterday, so it's going to be a lot of humidity. So, but really, it's not bad on the bugs. No. Compared to some of the parks right on the big lakes and waterways, there's a lot of like mayflies and things like that. And I haven't seen a lot of mosquitoes or anything. So, no. Okay, so that's the cut through here. When you get through this cut through, there are lockers up here if you want to. So that does bring you straight to Mystic River Falls. So you can cut from Time Traveler directly to Mystic River Falls, through the center of the park, down that little path right there. So keep that in mind. Looks like they've got some backrests on the boat. Might not get too blasted, I don't know. Maybe the splashdown's huge. We'll have to check that one out. So now we're down in Rivertown. And if you want to do some of that panning for gold out of the streams, they actually have the real creek right up there on the hill. And then that feeds down into these areas right here. This is the cinnamon bread. World famous fresh baked cinnamon bread. Let's see if they're baking any bread in there. Looks like they have giant walk-ins. Dressed to theme. She's bringing a whole tray out there. Cinnamon bread. Rivertown Smokehouse is over on the right. You can get some of that brisket, pork, beef, chicken. They've got a theater, so you're gonna have a lot of musical options here. They've got a live show going on. Looks like they're in period clothing. So there's the rapids there. Oh, they got chipmunks all over this park. There's one running right there. That looks like it's running like a pretty fast there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to get on that thing. Here's a popcorn stand. It's not open right just yet. I'm not sure why, but it's packed in here today. All right, there's River Blast entrance up here ahead. So we're basically right into Rivertown. And then here is the Crossroads Pizza. This is also another turning point on the map. So when you get deep into the park, the entrance to the park center point would be the gazebo. And the center point, when you get through the two cut-throughs to this Rivertown part of the park, is the pizza. And they call it Crossroads Pizza because this is really where the second crossroads of the park is. So this is another staging point right by River Blast and Crossroads Pizza here. If you needed to meet up, there's a good spot out here. And if you go through the barn, under the barn, and then towards the giant barn swing, which is this one right here, you kind of want to just hug Mystic River Falls over there to the right, giant barn swing, and then up through this middle path takes you to Outlaw Run, and that is the RMC conversion coaster. And this is a fun one here. Just kind of pull yourself up on the line. Can do two at a time. I think it's called the hog hoist. All right, just coming off of Outlaw Run. What did you think of the coaster?
Wow, awesome ride. Super fast. All those twists and turns. Awesome.
So we've made our way into the Grand Exposition area. 1882, there's the mural there. And what we're looking for is we want to get down to some of the older thrill rides. We got a swing ride we want to do up here, and then there's a old-fashioned carousel that has hand wood-carved animals on it, and they're all hand-painted, and definitely want to check that out. Got the disco type spin ride over there. It's really nicely shaded. They've got a little bit of some water fountains there. You got your teacup ride in the middle. It looks like it's in the shade. Balloon pop, $7 for one dart there. Basketball. There's the swing ship over here. We got some of those fountains spraying. And what are these boats? What's this little boat ride up here? I don't know. It's called the Galleon. And it looks like it takes you around and around. Okay. And the flying elephants. They've got flying elephants, Becky. So this is the Grand Exposition coaster. It's a little bit small for us. We're probably not going to get on that. But if you're with your family and you want a nice starter coaster, it is down here in the Grand Exposition area. And looks like they're having a good time on it. All right, Becky. I think we'll skip that one. So they do have an authentic livery delivery and blacksmith work service here. You can see the smith is up there getting his canister powder ready to go. Some scooping. They've got Fanny's Famous Funnel Cakes right across the way here. If you want to get you a funnel cake and watch the smith work, you can. And there's some of the boy, it looks old original real deal stuff here. Here we go on some handcrafted. This looks pretty sharp. Good grief. Oh wow. Look at this Bowie knife on the bottom row here. It's like a sword. Holy smokes, that's the biggest Bowie knife I think I've ever seen. I got 140 on that. But if you're into knives or tomahawks or anything like that, it's really a nice little shop. So looks like they've got some decorative katanas in the background. Those are $50. Those aren't the real deal there, but very interesting. We'll carry on. So we're going to go on the log flume here, but I just wanted to show the water inlet that actually feeds the log flume is just straight out of the creek here out of the mountains, and you can see clear to the bottom of that. So it's very clean water. It's just free flowing in, and they have a natural water spring here that just feeds their rides. So that goes to show you how much water some parts of the country have compared to others. They just got it. Having a good time. So this is one of the nice hidden elements. You can see there's a natural, like probably 50-60 foot, maybe better, waterfall right here that's just right in the middle of the park. It's got a nice little area to eat over here, and you can just walk down this path and get off the hustle and bustle, and it's like you're in a total different world here. They just opened it back up. They had like a 20-minute break. We just camped out, so we got in ahead of the line, but there's still a little bit of a line. So there it is, though. That is pretty high. Oh, it takes you around a turn and then drops you. It's not that straight shot. Still pretty good. So somebody left the industrial dryer on. I thought we'd just jump on in for free. What do you think? It's like hot.
Weird.
It's like a really heavy hair dryer. I don't know how long they take.
Oh, there it goes.
There she goes. I feel slightly drier. How do you feel?
I feel hot.
It's like 110 degrees. All right, worth a go. Oh, thank you. Yes. Train depot right there. Yep. All right, that's going to wrap up Silver Dollar City here. Had a great trip. They got a lot of nice roller coasters. They have a lot of nice scenery. I have to say the food was pretty good. The water rides are top notch. There's 4 really good water rides. What was your favorite part, Becca?
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the scenery here, all the shops. Definitely cool to check out. And of course, loved all the coasters, the water rides. Definitely a fun trip.
The rides are a highlight. Make sure you wear a good pair of shoes here. You do a lot of walking, as you can probably see. Giant hills. Carry your map with you. Make sure you know where you're going. There is food at basically every turn, so don't feel like you got to stop and eat right away. Shopping all along the way, and really it's a nice park. It's got some shade, and I had a great time. So thanks for sticking with us this long. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon on the next review. Bye, everybody.